All of you see the page number 23 of your NCERT book. See the page number 23 of your NCERT book. See the last para. The zeros of a quadratic, see the last para, the zeros of a quadratic polynomial ax square bx, ax square plus bx plus c, where a cannot be equal to 0, precisely the x coordinate of the point where the parabola representing. That means this is your one quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, where a cannot be equal to 0. So now what happened? Now it is a polynomial of variable x. So, and the when you plot the plot this quadratic equation, not quadratic equation, quadratic polynomial in a graph, you will get a parabolic shape like this or like this. But it will depend upon the value of a. If a greater than 0, it will be upward parabola. If value of a less than 0, it will be downward parabola. So see this one, x coordinate is the point where the parabola representing. Now see, we have to represent for plotting this quadratic polynomial in the graph. We have to represent it like this: y equal to x square plus bx plus c. Now whenever you put some value of x, you will get some value of y. So after getting the value of x and y, you can put the value in the graph, and then you will get one parabolic shape. Yes or no? So now see, all of you see the page number 24 of your NCERT book. See the page number 24 of your NCERT book. See the page number 24. Have you seen? The page number 24.
24.
Yes. So now see here, some cases are given. That means first the equation is this one: ax square plus, this is the quadratic polynomial, bx plus c equal to 0. So see the case 1. Here the graph x-axis, here the graph cut x-axis at two distinct points a and a dash. Okay, that means whenever you plot the values of x, you will get one graph, and the graph will be like this. Parabola. Now, if you notice, x dash, x, y, y dash, it will cut the graph at a and a dash. It will cut the graph at a and a dash. That means what? This now see, this is a downward parabola. So after looking the graph, we can say that here the value of a is less than 0. That's why it is a downward parabola. Now see, it cuts the graph cuts the x-axis at 2 points, a and a dash, 2 points, and that's why the statement says that the x coordinate of a and a dash are the two zeros. Zero means roots. Are the two zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square bx plus c, ax square plus bx plus c. In this case, now see, that means since the graph cut the x-axis, at 2 points a and a dash, so the equation, that means the polynomial ax square bx plus c has two distinct solution. But since the graph is the downward parabola, that means this one, see this one, upward like and downward like. So since it is downward like, so when it will be downward like? When the value of a will be less than 0, then it will be downward parabola. Okay. Now if you, this is the first number 1, then see the second graph. If you notice the second graph, you can see that here it will be Suppose this is y dash, this is x dash, this is x. And when you plot the, that means when you plot the values for finding the graph of this quadratic polynomial, you will get a parabola like this, and it cuts a and a dash. Now see, this is a upward, your what, upward parabola. So since it is an upward parabola, so after looking the graph, we can say that here ax square plus bx plus c, this is a quadratic polynomial. Ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic polynomial, and here the value of a will be greater than 0 or less than 0. Tell me, here value of a is greater than 0 or less than 0?
Greater.
Yes, greater than 0. Because why? Because it is here, it is what? Upward parabola, so it will be greater than 0. Good. Now see the next case, case 2. Case 2, see the case 2. Here the graph cuts the x-axis at exactly 1 point. That is at 2 coincident points. So the 2 points A and A dash. So it is the case 2. Now see the case 3. That means this is the your case 1. This is the case 1. This is the case 2. Now look at the case 3. That means this one, this graph. That means the bottom left one, bottom left one in your page 224, bottom left one. So see the graph, y dash, x dash, x. Now see, here the parabola cuts the x-axis at only 1 point, at only a point. At y-axis it cuts O point. Now tell me, how many solutions this polynomial has? By looking the graph, can you tell me how many solutions the polynomial has? Anyone? Niranjana? Jyoti? By looking the graph, yes, tell me. Now see here, this is a polynomial of variable x. Yes or no? This is a polynomial of variable x. So we have to see whether the graph cut x-axis at how many points. Now if the graph cut x-axis, that is the parabola here, the parabola cuts x-axis at only 1 point. So it has only one solution. But in the previous case, it cuts the x-axis at 2 points. So it has two solutions. So it has two solutions, but since it has two solutions, but since here the parabola cuts the x-axis at only 1 point, don't see the this one. That means at how many points it cuts the y-axis. You did not see this one because the parabola is the variable x. So you have to only you have to look at how many points the parabola cuts or the graph cuts at the x-axis. Now, if you look at the graph, if you look at the graph, the parabola cuts the x-axis at only 1 point, so it has only one solution. But here again, the value of a will be less than 0. So clear this one? Clear everyone? Tell me, clear or not? Now see the next graph. Here again, y dash, x dash. Here again, the parabola cuts the x-axis only 1 point. So again, that means again it has only one solution. Yes or no? This is not O. This is O. Okay. So it is only here also it has only one solution. But here the value of a will be greater than 0 or less than 0. Dipjyoti? Here the value of a will be greater than 0 or less than 0.
Greater.
Yes. Why? Because it is an upward parabola. So here the value of a will be greater than 0, but here the value of a is less than 0. Why? Because it is a downward parabola. Okay. Now see the bottom para. the x coordinate of A is only 0 for the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c in this case. Is the only 0 means what? Only 0 means only one roots. 0 or roots, alternative name. 0 roots, same meaning. 0 means how many 0? It has 1 0 or 1 roots. Okay, so don't be confused here. So now if you look at the next graph, that means in the page number 25, this is very important. In the exam, one graph will be given and you are asked how many solutions the polynomial has. Now you are given that it is a polynomial of x variable. You are given like this: ax square plus bx plus c. You are given that it is a polynomial of variable x. So, and here, so tell me how many solutions it has?
So no solution.
Yes, good. Why? Because here this parabola does not cut at any point at x-axis. Yes or no? That's why it has no solution. But if suppose if I change the question, one minute. Suppose I'm giving like this: ay square dy/c. Now it has how many solutions? Tell me.
1.
Yes. Why? Because here it cuts the y-axis at only one point. Now see the difference. Here it is also a quadratic polynomial. It is also a quadratic polynomial. But here it is a quadratic polynomial of variable x. So you have to look the x-axis at how many points it will cut. But it is also a quadratic polynomial of variable y. So here in this case you have to look at how many points the this one parabola cut the y-axis. So clear this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So it has no solution. So in the same way, but here a greater than 0. In the same way, it will if you are given like this, here again it has what? No solution. Yes or no? Yes. This is very important. One question definitely come from this topic that you are given one graph and you are asked how many solutions it has. Okay. Now see the next page in your NCERT book, page number 26. Have you seen the graph, figure 2.6?
Yes, sir.
Now if you look at the graph, it will be like this. Suppose you are given, now see, it is not a quadratic polynomial. Okay, why? Because it is not a parabola. So either it will be one polynomial of cubic polynomial. Okay, suppose this one. So now tell me, how many solutions it has?
3.
3. Why? Because it cuts the x-axis at 3 points. This is the
3
first point.
points.
Yes, this is the first point. This is the first point. This is the second point, and this is the third point. So it has how many solutions? 3 solutions. Why? Because it cuts the x-axis at 3 points. Now if I change the question, now it has how many solutions now?
1.
Yes, good, very good. Why? Because it cuts the y-axis only one position. This one, because see, this is the intersection point of x and y. So this point is common. Yes or no? This point is present on both the x-axis and y-axis. So very good. So if it is a polynomial of y, sorry, it is a polynomial of variable y, then you have to look at how many points it will cut at the y-axis. And if it is a polynomial of variable x, then you have to look at how many points it will cut the x-axis. This is a very important point. Okay. Now see the next graph, figure 2.7. The polynomial is this one, y equal to x cube. One minute. If you look at the graph, carefully look the graph carefully. Now see, will be this. Yes or no? It is like this. So it is y dash x and x dash. Now this is the polynomial y equal to x cube. Now how many solutions it has?
3.
Hmm?
3.
Not 3, only one solution. Because now see, because here it is the same point now. See, this point, if you look at this one, let me change the color 1 minute. The graph is like this one and this one and this one. So actually it cuts the axis at only one point. Yes or no? This point. Have you understood? Here the graph
Yes,
cuts
sir.
here the graph cuts the x-axis at only one point. That's why it has only one solution, not three solutions. Because why? Only one. This is the one point now. That's why it is only one solution. But if it is like this, suppose now it has how many solutions? Tell me. One solution.
3.
Yes, two solutions, three solutions. So don't be confused. This question is very important for example of why, because many of you will make the mistake here, because by looking the graph, the first thing which come to your mind that it will cut at the 3 point, but actually it is the same point. Yes or no? It is the same point. See, if you look at the point, it is the same point. Yes or no? So 1 point only. So that's why only one solution. Now see the next figure 2.8. See the next graph, figure 2.8. If you look at the graph, it will be like this. Now tell me how many solutions it has?
2.
Yes, 2. Because it is the graph of this one, x cube minus x square. But if I'll give like this, y cube minus y square, then it has how many solutions?
1.
Yes, 2. Because then it will cut only 1 point. Usually, do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it will depend upon the variable. So don't make the mistake here. If the variable x, you have to look at how many points the graph cut the x-axis. This is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. But if the variable is in y, then you have to look at how many points the graph cut at the y-axis. So this is very important. Now, all of you, see the page number 27. Example 1. Tell me the
27.
example 1. Look at the graph figure 2.9. Page number 27, figure 2.9, and tell me first one. How many solutions it
Sir.
has? How many solutions it has? It is a polynomial. See, it is a
P.
this is a polynomial.
Huh?
Now see, in your exam, you will given like this: y equal to px. It denotes that it is a polynomial of variable x. Okay, here, Niranjana. So
Sir,
now,
yes.
okay, now let me draw the graph. This is your y dash. 1 minute.
1 series.
No, it is this one.
2.
Yes, two solutions because it cuts the axis 2 point. Here, how many solutions?
3.
3. Good. Here,
1.
1. Here,
1.
1. Here,
4.
good. Good. Because here it cuts the axis 4 point, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point. So in exam, you are given like this. Suppose it is given y equal to px and one graph will be given, and you are asked how many solutions the polynomial has. So, but if it is given like this, x equal to p of y, then it denotes that is the polynomial of variable y. Then you have to look how many solutions the graph cut at the y-axis. Okay, but then the graph will be different if it is a polynomial polynomial of y. Now, so have you understood this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very important this one. Okay. Now see, write down the next topic. Relationship. See the page number. Okay, exercise 2.1. See the exercise 2.1. Okay, so tell me the answer. 2.1. Ask one. How many solutions?
0.
Yes, 0. So next, number 2.
1.
1. Good. Number 3.
3.
Number 3. 1 minute. 1 is 3. Then number 4.
2,
2. Okay. Number 5.
4,
4. Number 6.
3.
3,
3. Good. Okay. So it is very easy, yes or no? So this type of question will
Yes,
come
sir.
in your exam. But don't. But try to remember this one. If it is a given like this, the answer will be different. If it is a given like this, then answer will be different. Because here, then you have to look the x-axis. But here you have to look the what y-axis. So this is very important. Okay. So write down the next topic: relationship between zero. Zero means same, huh? Zero or root same. Zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. Relationship between zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. I done the topic. Finish. Okay. Now see. Write down. Px equal to ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic polynomial. Write down if this is alpha, okay, alpha Greek word, and beta are the GE, sorry, zeros or roots, are the zeros or roots of the polynomial p of x, then it is very important. The sum of the roots, that means now see, px is a quadratic polynomial. Px is a quadratic polynomial and alpha and beta are the zero or roots of this polynomial. So sum of the roots, that means alpha and beta will be minus b by a. That means minus b means your coefficient of x. B means your coefficient of x. Again like this, b means coefficient of x within bracket and a means coefficient of x square. So this will be the summation of the roots will be minus b by a, and product of the roots means alpha and beta equal to c by a. C by a means your constant term by coefficient of x square. So clear this one?
Yes, sir.
That means suppose whatever question will come, suppose given that your yes, suppose summation of the roots is given. Suppose summation of the root is given. Suppose 5, and product of the roots is given. Suppose your 6, and you are asked to write down the quadratic polynomial. And you are asked to write down the quadratic polynomial. So the formula for writing the quadratic polynomial whose roots are alpha and beta, it will be like this: x square. I'll give the note here first. That means alpha plus beta into x into alpha plus alpha into beta. That means suppose the summation of the root is given in the question and product of the roots is given, and you are asked to find the quadratic polynomial. So the formula will be this one: x square minus summation of the roots into x plus product of the roots. This will be the polynomial. No need to write down now. I will give separate note. Okay. So here this will be applicable here. Okay. Now this is the quadratic polynomial. Now write down the cubic polynomial. For cubic polynomial, have you finished writing this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next write down relationship between zeros or roots and coefficient of a cubic polynomial. Relationship between 0 and coefficient of a cubic polynomial. So write down, say px, or let px. Here also you can write down let px equal to this one. So let px equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. It is a cubic polynomial. Now see, since it is a cubic polynomial, it has three solutions. So write down if alpha, beta, and gamma are the zeros, or you can roots, are the zeros or roots of the polynomial px, comma, then alpha plus beta plus gamma will be minus b by a, which is equal to, here b is what? Coefficient of x square. So coefficient of x square by coefficient of x cube. Then now see, this is the product summation of the roots. Then then it will be product of the roots in pair. Okay, that means product of the roots in pair means what? First it will come alpha beta, then it will come beta gamma, then it will come gamma alpha. Have you understood this one? This is the product of the roots in pair. That means two pair will come. First alpha beta, then beta gamma, then gamma alpha. Clear? This one? Equal to c by a. C means coefficient of x. In this polynomial, c means coefficient of x, and a means coefficient of x square. Now product of the three roots all together. That means what? It will be number 3 alpha beta gamma. It will be minus d by a. See, this is the product of the roots in pair. That means alpha beta, beta gamma, and gamma alpha. And this is the product of the roots, three roots all together. So it will be d by a, minus d by a. So d means here constant term. minus, it will be minus, okay, minus constant term, and your a means coefficient of 1 minute. Here it will be coefficient of not x square, okay, because a is the coefficient of x cube, so it will be x cube, not x square, x cube. So here it will be coefficient of x cube. Yeah, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it will be very important, okay. So this will be the coefficient of constant term, and here it is the coefficient of x cube. Let me write down this clearly. So now see, if you look at the formula, if it is a your coefficient quadratic equation, then alpha plus beta summation of the root and product of the roots minus b by a c by a. Now if you look at the formula, in the denominator it will be coefficient of x square and coefficient of x square in case of quadratic polynomial, but in case of cubic polynomial, in the denominator it will be a coefficient of what? X cube. So this way you can remember that in case of quadratic polynomial, in the denominator will be coefficient of x square, and it will be sense, it will be coefficient of x. Now see, coefficient of x square, so next first summation will be coefficient of x, that's why b by a, and next product will be next term c by a. In the same way here for quadratic polynomial, if you look at the formula, see, first it will be first in the denominator, in all the three cases the denominator will be coefficient of x cube. So first will be b by a minus b by a, then it will be c by a. See, it has come in a order. First b by a, coefficient of x square, then product of the roots in a pair or product of the zero in a pair, c by a, coefficient of x, then product of the all the three roots minus d by a. Okay, so have you understood this one? How can you remember? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so today we will finish the class here. So all of you, if you can do one thing,
Finish class.
see
Finish class.
the page number 30. See the page number, all of you, see the page number 30. Example 2 and example 3. Try to solve example 2 and example 3. Do as a homework. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And if you have any doubt, then ask me.
Okay,
I
sir.
will. Okay. Ask me in our WhatsApp group or drop in our comment box, and we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. So thank you.
Private দিছি মোক okay, sir.